What's up, everyone? Today we're talking about trimmer lines. Okay, so trimmer lines. What's everyone's favorite? I'm actually headed to a job right now. It's not too far down the road. It's about, I don't know, a few minutes down the road. Anyway, trimmer lines. What's my favorite trimmer line? I got two. One of them is the Echo Black Diamond in 105. A lot of people talking some smack about the Black Diamond. I think part of that, and this goes with any trimmer line, I think some people have a lot of unrealistic expectations of the trimmer line itself. Let's just look at the name of it, trimmer line. When you're throwing down an edge with a trimmer, that's not trimming, that's edging. Okay, so if your line goes busting off like crazy, when you're throwing down an edge line with it, well, that's not the intended purpose of the line. I know, I throw an edge line down with my trimmers too. I'm just making a point, that's all. Take it with a grain of salt. As far as just trimming grass and things like that, yeah, the Black Diamond is a little on the weak side when it comes to sustainability. In other words, I mean, it just breaks off quite a bit more often than my other favorite line when you start, edging up against, concrete, rocks, especially on commercial accounts, and you get by the curbs, you start trimming by the curbs, it does tend to break off a little bit too quick for my liking on that. However, on my residential lawns, just basic maintenance trimming and stuff like that, and even in a little bit taller grasses for my bi-weekly cuts, you get grass that's about this tall or whatever, that Black Diamond, it cuts through it like butter. And that's why I like it. It cuts like crazy. So, yeah, in 105. It tends to be a little bit thin for what it is. That's why around the 105 I don't lose any RPMs or anything on the trimmer. But it cuts great. That's why I like it. It's effortless. I can run lower RPMs on the trimmer and it still just cuts through everything I need it to with no problem. So, my other favorite line is the Steel CF3 Pro N95. There's a little bit too much drag in the 105, and it requires a little higher RPM to cut with it. It doesn't cut as well at lower RPM, but the longevity of the line is excellent. Best on the market in my opinion. That's what I like to run in the 560. And the FS 560, I like to run the CF3 Pro in 130 thousandths in that, because that machine, it can handle that no problem at all, with being almost 4 horsepower. I tried some 105 in the 560, and I know in another video that I did, I had the Black Diamond in the 560. Now, the Black Diamond is highly resistant to welding. Some people said it welds for them. I'm not sure what's going on that's causing that. Maybe they need grease in the gearbox or their trimmer head or something that's just getting super hot. I don't know. But the line doesn't weld very easy in that 560. And I'm talking under load. I'm waiting on traffic here, but I'll show you. When I'm cutting stuff like that over there with the 560, that Black Diamond, it breaks off pretty quick. I mean, I get, 1, 2, 3 passes, like full passes with it, and then I got to get more line out. It usually takes 2 bumps to get enough line out before it hits the cutter. But it cuts like crazy, and it doesn't weld. So I took the spool apart after about 20 minutes of having that thing at full throttle and that heavy stuff, and I noticed it start to kind of weld, but nothing was like really glued together in the cutting head. The CF3 Pro in 130, that melts together, and I put gator line in there in 105 thousandths, and that stuff almost, hold on, I'm turning. And that stuff almost liquefied in the cutting head. So I was like, man, gator line, no way. I think there's a lot of marketing BS around Gator line too. I mean, it's a good trimmer line. They all cut grass, but it is not weld resistant. So those are my two favorite trimmer lines. What I'd like to see, and I agree with Texas Veteran Power Outdoors on this one here, giving him a little bit of a shout out, is I wish the CF3 Pro had the really sharp edges like the Black Diamond has, and then it'd be hands down the best line that money can buy today. But they each have their purpose. I use the Auto Cut 25 2 heads. It comes standard in all your commercial steel weed eaters. The 560's got the big 56.2 Auto Cut head. That's the biggest one they got. That's a whole different ball game though. But for your normal steel stuff, it's the 25 2, and I run both of those lines through it, no problem at all. The Black Diamond and CF3. Those are my two favorite, my two go-tos. Probably gonna, when I run out of the small packs that I got of each one of those, I'm probably gonna pick up a 3-pound spool of each. Why not a 5-pound? Well, the 5-pound takes up a lot of space, and I don't want it sitting for 2 years, because then it just gets brittle. I want to use it when I get it, so it's fresh. So the Auto Cut 25 2 heads, I like them over the speed feed. For one, I can reload it faster because I have extra spools. If I'm cutting a big property, or I know I'm getting low on trimmer line and I'm going to run out, and I'm at commercial property walking clear across parking lots, I'll put an extra spool in my pocket, and literally 30 seconds or less I can pop a new spool in and boom, back to work, instead of taking out a big piece of line, feeding it through, making sure both sides are the same length, and crank it in. I like the speed feed head. It's a good design. The principle's good. They nailed it. For the goal they were accomplishing with the speed feed, Echo did, they nailed it. But I like my 25 2s. Another thing is with the speed feed, when you bump, you're bumping on the main cap, and it just wears. When the cap wears out, you gotta buy a new cap. See, on the spools for the 25 2, on the steels, when you bump it, you're bumping the button on the internal spool. So you're not wearing out an entire cap or the whole top of your cutting head. You're just wearing out that button on that spool. And the spools aren't that much. I get them for like $5 at my dealer. I know Ace Hardware, Northern Tool, stuff like that, they sell them for about $12. Check with your dealer. They might have them a little bit cheaper for you. Here's my turn. But that's why I like the 25 2. I can replace the line quicker, and they're cheaper to fix when they start getting worn down, so I'm not as conscious about, bumping it on grass or soft surfaces or anything like that. So that's my thoughts on trimmer heads and trimmer line. Of course, every situation can be a little bit different depending on what you're doing. Just adjust your equipment and install it as necessary. So we're at the property now. We're gonna go on ahead and get this one on film. At least a little bit of it, we'll see. And that's it. Oh, and it is tall. All right, this is gonna be a fun one to get on camera, because it's one of my bi-weekly customers, and we're looking at a foot, maybe a little bit more of growth just in 2 weeks. I mean, this lawn is crazy, and we got some rain too. Yeah, we're gonna go on in and get the camera set up. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna park up here by the mailbox so we can get the whole lawn in frame. That's what I'm gonna do. So set it on top. All right, there we go. All right, let's get this one cut up. We're gonna use a 560 in the backyard. I can't get my lawnmower through the gate in the back, and I don't like push mowing. It's a lot funner to use a big weed eater, and it's a little bit quicker. It's a lot more portable on the trailer. So we're gonna get back at you, cut this one up. Don't know what else to say other than let's get to it. All right, this one is getting cut at 3.5 inch. There we go. 3/4 throttle. Held up okay. Not the best, but it held up. Back. It's hot. It's 96 degrees, like 80-85% humidity. It's crazy. On the 560, I'm gonna get driving here. On the 560, well, hold on. Might help if I put my trailer gate up so it ain't dragging on the ground. I'm embarrassing myself. Maybe just 1 second. Okay, so actually, a customer just came home, so luckily I didn't embarrass myself trying to drive away with the trailer gate down, and they're staring at me like I'm some kind of idiot or something. God almighty. Alright, as I was saying, the FS560, I got a new trimmer line. I was using the CF3 Pro and 130 thousandths on it, but like I said, you gotta have some horsepower for that stuff to cut, and if you're not cutting super thick growth, it ain't gonna cut because the line's just so thick. It won't cut. So I was like, okay, then I wonder if I can find a median. So I went with Steel's Pentagon line in 130 thousandths. So I'm trying that, and it worked out pretty good on this property. That's what I got loaded up with now. I ran out of the Black Diamond and the 560. So I didn't put that much in there. I just put enough in there for a trial run. And it worked out pretty good. I'm gonna have to do a video on that. Do an ultimate stress test on the Black Diamond. I think it'd be kind of cool. If you guys want to see me make that video with the 560 ripping through some really thick, tall grass with the Black Diamond to see how it holds up, let me know and I can make that video. But yeah, the Pentagon line, it worked out good. It cut better at a lower speed. It's not the most aerodynamic though, but that doesn't really matter to me. But that's really about it, guys. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of footage. What's your favorite trimmer line? I know a lot of people are using, the Anleo Life stuff. One Love Lawn, he loves that stuff. The Anleo Life, the heavy duty square. He likes that stuff. Everybody likes Gator line. I have had bad experiences with Gator line. It just, like I said, just melting. I need to speed up here. I'm going 10 under the speed limit. So yeah, what's your favorite trimmer line? What works best for you? What types of grasses you cutting with it? Do you have multiple trimmer lines for multiple different purposes like I do? Yeah, let me know what's up. Until next time, guys, we will see you then. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and a subscribe. Later.